It's been a long, long, hard night.
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm James.
I'm I'm Heather Hadfield.
I don't
Oh,
know why that was so
sorry.
funny. I don't know why that was so funny or why I did that. So welcome to Talk Comics to Me. This is the comic book Bone Zone. This is number 15. This is where we talk about comic books. And Heather talks into a fake microphone, or it's a real microphone. It's
I
just
was like,
not
it's not
plugged in.
fake, it's just not on. I have to look professional, okay? I'm wearing my fucking robe. Gotta
Some
pretend like
people
I take this seriously.
some people can't see that.
That's true. For those of you who can't see, I'm wearing a suit right now. It's three pieces. I look very professional. I'm a podcaster.
We've been out of it for like 2 weeks, so we have like the giggles or something.
I also just woke up from a nap a little bit ago, so I'm still exhausted. Okay, I'm going to talk
Go
about
ahead.
comics though, because that's what we're here for. It's
Yeah,
the Bone
yeah.
Zone.
It's the bone
Okay.
zone.
I have X-Men Red. This is issue number 11. Champ dropped this, and
Hmm.
I am going to be dropping it. I kind of wanted to see what was going on coming back from the Sins of Sinister, and I just don't really know. I'm a little confused. Maybe I should have read a little more. I don't know. But this is, it's all Storm now because Magneto is dead. So X-Men Red only follows Storm. But in this issue, again, coming back from Sins of Sinister, everyone is all a little fucked up from being mind blown by Sinister. So no one is in their right mind. And Charles Xavier, the least of all. he is still playing games. So he makes Storm leave her date with this nice little human man who she's very interested in and who seems like a very nice guy. He just seems very genuine and sweet. And I was very upset for her that the date didn't work out. Maybe another time. But Charles calls her back to Krakoa and is basically trying to force her, manipulate her into telling him what Magneto's like last moments were like because he's very sad that his best friend is dead. And it does not go exactly how he wants it to because Storm is, as we know, a certified badass. So she doesn't let anyone play around.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where we're at right now in X-Men Red.
Yeah,
There's
it's like
other stuff that happens too. Like I completely forgot about the other story that was in here.
it's okay. Yeah, I think you got the bulk of what we needed.
But Sunspot, Kobach Neverheld, and Nova are all taking a cute little bath together.
Okay.
And let
Yeah,
me
I
see.
saw the butt panel on the internet.
Yeah, it was a little crazy, and I was like, couldn't turn around. They got an eyeful. Like, let me see what's going on. But basically, they're all just chit chatting about the things that they do, referencing some things that happened in Guardians of the Galaxy, which I didn't read, so I have no idea what's going on. And then obviously it's starting off a new story arc, and there's going to be a new guy coming in, and he looks cool as hell. I'm not gonna lie about that. For just he looks great. He's got some sick tatties. He's got horns, huge sword. We love it.
Yeah, we do love a sword.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that I didn't like X-Men Red. It's just especially with school stuff, like X-Men shit was just piling up, and I did never felt the like drive to like go catch up. So I was like, I might as well just like drop this and I can hop back on when I want or if I want, or I can just, you know, be done with X stuff for a while.
It's just a lot right now, especially with like all the titles and stuff.
Hmm.
Like if you read one, you kind of have to read three or four others just to know what they're talking about. And it's cool. Like what's going on is really cool, but it is
Yeah.
a lot and it is very convoluted. So I get it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about a few different number ones. First, I have Peacemaker Tries Hard. Sorry, there's Peacemaker Tries Hard. It's all
I
one
meant to pick
title.
that one up.
This was really, really fun. This is by Kyle Starks and Steve Pugh, and Jordy Beller does the colors, and Becca Carey does the letters. This was just, yeah, lots of jokes, lots of fun. Cute little dog named Bruce Wayne. Um, kind of ends up going like a little bit of a John Wick way, where like the dog gets, he finds the dog, he takes the dog in, dog gets kidnapped,
Oh.
but like in a funny, everything's funny way.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine then.
So I like the art a lot. I don't know the best way to describe it, but here I'll show you one page that's the regular art.
Oh yeah, you
And
sent that to me.
yeah, this I didn't even mean this page because yeah, the dog's face is so great, and then like here's the flashback
Okay,
art.
I get it now. Because when I asked you who that dog was, you said Bruce Wayne. And so I thought it was part of like this Batman number 900, like they were doing something. And
Oh
so
man, I should have clarified. I'm so sorry.
no, it was fine. I flipped through, like I read that Batman issue and flipped through it like 4 different times and I was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought because it was issue 900 they were going to do like, oh, a real big special thing. I didn't see a dog in there.
You're
I
just
was like,
on the lookout for this like
why is
French
Bruce Wayne a
bulldog.
dog? That's what I was trying to figure out. That makes way more
And
sense though.
yeah, he finds it, names it Bruce Wayne because it's like a fancy gentleman, and its little like white spot looks like a bow tie.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. That's
Um,
very
not
cute.
not for kids. They like talk about eating like poop or ass. I don't know. Poop ass.
Poupées.
They make some poop jokes. Yeah, poop eating. Make some poop jokes like right in the first like 3 pages. So
Okay. I mean, I love poop jokes.
yeah, no, it was a really fun book. When I finished, I was like, that was actually really enjoyable. I wasn't like I traditionally, like most Kyle Stark stuff. So I didn't think I would hate it. And then, but I was like, I don't know. I don't really know anything about Peacemaker, nor do I like care.
Right.
But this was fun. So it didn't really matter if I knew or cared.
I meant to pick that up the other day when I worked because I was like, oh, this looks like cool. And my friend Laura like loves Peacemaker. I was like, it's the first issue, I can read it and then just give it to her. And then I totally forgot.
Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely have more. So,
Yeah.
and then next I have Shazam.
Fuck,
This
I forgot about
is
that one too.
this is what happens when you don't work at the comic shop.
I know. Um, a little while we're here, and I remember when you go into the shop tomorrow, can you make sure in the add delete binder I put down Barry Grossman wanted to add that? I can't
Oh,
remember if
Shazam.
yeah, I can't remember if I wrote that down.
Oh, God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to write that down. It's like I usually listen this far. Well, I'm probably gonna have to listen to this far now because I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to cut this. Just yelling Barry Grossman name out. Barry
I
Grossman, we're gonna add Shazam to your pull file. That is a legend promise here
I feel
on
like
Talk Comics
I
to me.
did write it down, but it's like I can't remember if I did. Like I
Yeah,
remember it was my intention. I was like, I gotta write that down, but I was talking to him, so I was like, I'll do it after this. So I feel like I did. I might have. Just double check for me because I don't go in again until Saturday.
yeah, I'll double check. I got a note, and it's recorded. Barry Grossman has great taste. So this is Shazam. This is number one. This is by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. This is, I think, a really great entry point for somebody who knows like nothing about Shazam whatsoever. It introduces the character, gives you like little pieces about who he is. And yeah, I'm really excited to see like where it goes. Art, it looks great. It's Dan Mora. Uh, it's not colored by Tamra, but that doesn't mean it doesn't look good.
Okay, yeah, that looks good. That looks great. Love it.
Uh, the colorist is Alejandro Sanchez.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, but there's a dinosaur right on the first page.
That looks
So
so good.
anyway, yeah, I would definitely suggest this book. I suppose if you know Shazam, just be ready for a little reminder of who the character is and like kind of what his thing is. And then, if you've never read Shazam at all and don't know shit, pick it up. Like it's a great starting point. And I think if like Batman Superman is any indication, I think this will be like really, really fun. Okay. Heather, you're just gonna
I
say
am I am listening. I'm sorry, my cat was staring at me weird.
Next I have Maple Terrace. This is issue number 1. I think this is an ongoing. This is Maple Terrace. It's like a little subheading is theft, lies, and parody, poverty.
What comic line is that? You said it was really small.
It's uncivilized.
Oh, okay.
And this is by Noah Van Sciver. So this is kind of just like a little auto bio comic about him wanting to get his like get into comics or read comics as a kid, him being poor, sleeping on the floor. um, it was all right. It was
Are you
interesting.
gonna read
Huh.
the other ones? Like, are you gonna continue?
I don't know, part of me is like curious, but the other part of me is just like it's like $6,
Mm-hmm.
so I could just get something else that I have like more love for.
Right.
It's not that it's like not enjoyable, and I think especially like, being kind of like being a poor kid, it's relatable, but I don't have any like siblings, like especially older siblings or siblings
Mm-hmm.
at all. So I can't relate on that level. And sometimes like there's like as an only child for myself personally, when stories have a lot of like relationships with siblings in that way, I don't really connect with it.
I get that. That makes sense. It's hard for me to like relate to stories with like only siblings, you know? Like
Yeah, only
I get it.
children.
If you didn't grow up in that way, it's hard to like put yourself into that kind of situation and
Yeah.
understand it.
Like, what do you mean you're not sharing something? That seems insane
Yeah.
to me. If I didn't share something with an adult I knew, it was game over, man.
Um that just reminded me of like last week I was eating something. I can't remember. I was like walking by Christopher's desk and I was like eating it and I had another piece in my hand and he was like, "Let me have a piece of that." Like started reaching for it and I with my mouth full just shoved the rest of it into my mouth and he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you grew up with siblings." I thought that was really funny. That's I guess one of the ways you can tell if someone grew up poor with siblings is how fast they eat their food.
Especially when you're reaching for it.
Yeah, like why would you, that's my food. Rude.
Okay. So then next we have,
Both of us? Okay.
yeah, Immortal X-Men. This is issue number 11. This is just Quiet Council business.
Yes, this is
Like,
directly after the Sons of Sinister event. Um,
mhm.
I think it takes place after the Sons of Sinister Dominion. I believe I
Yeah,
like
that would make sense.
because I like flipped through that one, but didn't actually read it. And the last page was like how this is kind of starting, at least from what I could tell. Again, I didn't read it, so I wasn't quite sure, but
Yeah, I
that's
mean
what.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, yeah, it's just like coming out of Sins of Sinister and them dealing with like them having their minds controlled and not needing like being on the quiet council, so being like kind of mm, what's the word I'm looking for? Uh it doesn't matter.
Garbage.
No, that is not it. That is not it at all. Not
They're
trustworthy, like just not trustworthy due to the fact that you have been compromised.
right. which I don't know. Loved the people that they picked, I guess. I can't think of words either right now. The four people that were like compromised from like everyone.
Yeah, I mean, but they were the only people compromised of the like by the
Right.
council.
Oh, I don't mean like I mean the writers, how they chose that it was those four people,
Oh, oh.
which I don't know. I've been waiting for Charles to go down for a very long time, so I was like pretty stoked about it. But yeah, it's immortal, you know, just some X-Men shenanigans. There is because they always have the like texts and stuff. There's a Forge report that's in here that's I thought was very interesting anyway. I don't read them too often anymore because it's usually like a lot of information that I don't feel like you necessarily need
Yeah,
because it's in there anyway. But this one was actually, I don't know. I just like reading the Forge reports because I think they're funny, I guess.
gotcha, gotcha.
They're done really well. That's all. But that's another
Okay.
title I think I'm going to be dropping soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, me too. Just not like once again, it's the same thing as we've talked about earlier. Just too many X books,
Hmm.
and now I need a break. Like been going pretty strong on X-Men books since the return several years ago, and I'm tired. So let's talk
Yeah.
about our next X book.
Yeah. This is the next one. This is Sons of X, the Before the Fall. This is just without spoiling too much because Champ has not had a chance to read it yet. I did kind of explain what was
Mhm,
going
mhm.
on basically, but it's again, it's directly after Sins of Sinister, but this follows Nightcrawler and his feelings on like what happened and stuff being completely destroyed.
Yeah,
um
I got this because of the Phil Noto art. I do
yeah,
remember
it
that.
looks great. It looks so good like
Mhm.
reading through it because there's obviously there's a bunch of stuff that happens with David too and Mother Righteous and there's just a lot of stuff that happens in here, but the main point is like Nightcrawler feeling violated
Yeah,
completely because of yeah what had happened. So he makes some big decisions. God, the art is so good. But yeah, that's it's just a little one shot that takes place after this, like before the X books continue the way that they were before this event.
yeah. I mean, there is like I think there's like another huge thing. 'Cause there's like another 14 books or something coming out soon. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I haven't really looked into it. I just I did see that Legion of X is still going, but it's not going to be for a while still, which I was kind of
Hmm.
confused with this issue, especially because Legion follows Nightcrawler and David,
Yeah.
and stuff that happens in here to them made it seem like I was like, okay, so this is done. Like this is just like Legion is over, but apparently not. So I don't know. I think that's probably going to be the only book that I keep, and even then, I'm only going to read like that first issue to see how I feel about it, and then I might
Yeah.
take that off. But I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things that I just don't know right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. So I'll
It's
talk
just
about
comic
another X
books.
book. Uh
Oh
this
yeah,
is
I forgot about that.
yeah, Rogue and Gambit. I'm still very on the fence about the art. Like it wasn't so bad in this one, but basically Rogue and Gambit are trying to enlist Forge's help because they're trying to rescue Manifold from the group of mutants that are kidnapping other mutants for reasons they don't know of. Uh Destiny is the one who has been like telling Rogue what she needs to do and stuff. So, and this one they're trying to get Forge to help, but Forge is not exactly helping them. Rogue and Gambit get into a little spat uh, because all Gambit does is like get into trouble.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Rogue is on her own and she has to defeat the baddies. It's like it's a fine story. I don't actually mind this one at all. all. I think it's
Yeah.
mostly just the art kind of that throws me out of it a bit. Like there's a couple pages where I'm like, this is really cool, I like this, but then other pages where where they're like show Rogue. And that's my only complaint actually. It's just the way that Rogue is drawn. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not necessary. So yeah, it is only 5 issues. I did know that. So that's issue number 3. I got 2 left. It's fine. I'll keep it.
Okay. Okay. So me, I have some turtles and a bunny. This is issue number 2. Turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi. They're in the same world now, and they're trying to beat this. I think where I want to say wherever, but it's like probably where when. Who the fuck knows? It's a bad guy who's been time jumping, and yeah, that's it. It's like it's fine. It's a fine book. I have no feelings really.
Right. I
I
was gonna
think
say, is it like fun? Because it seems like one that would be like entertaining.
yeah, it's like at least entertaining, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
How many issues is it gonna be?
I think it's like 5,
Okay.
so it's not a lot, and I am having like fun reading it. It's just yeah, silly. Okay, sorry. And then next I have Sandman Universe. This is Nightmare Country. This is Glass House. This is issue number 2. This is following Corinthian and um Meredith, I think was her name from the first series. And then it's also picked up a new character who I have no idea what his name is. Um, but they're trying to connect with him, and stuff doesn't quite go that way. And Corinthian meets up with this like sick demon who's like, I can make you a nightmare again so you can kill the people. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I'd take him up on that. I'd be like, hell yeah, you want me to sell my soul?
I mean, he's already a nightmare,
Well,
or was a nightmare. Um, the art in this book is like phenomenal. I'm just trying. There we go. This page is real good.
I
Cat.
love the covers for them too. Oh yeah, those colors are so nice.
Look at that one there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the blue hues and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that middle panel with like the
yeah.
stars and stuff. Very good.
And yeah, this is the Michael Walsh cover. And
I've really liked them all so far because you get the B covers for those, right?
I usually get the A covers for
Oh, okay.
this. I get the B covers for Dead Boy Detectives,
Oh, that might be the one I'm thinking of then.
which all of the B covers for that have been really, really good. But all
Yeah.
like I don't know, I agree. Covers for the Sandman universe have been really good too. But yeah, the I don't know, book's really good. It's like a really good continuation of like the first story, and I'm I feel like more interested in like what's happening right now
Mm-hmm.
than I was before. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Very
Okay,
good.
Batman.
Batman.
Well,
This
this
is
is
900.
Batman. Oh yes, 900 or 135, however you want to think about it. And this is a thick boy, and
Yes.
this concludes. I don't know what this whole storyline was called.
We'll call it alternate dimension Wayne. He's in
The
that
bat,
other world where
the
they do not let
Batman,
you
the
see.
Batman of Gotham is what
The
it's called.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Um. Yeah. Everything just like wraps up from the last like I guess like 125 to here
Mm-hmm.
after he gets sent into the different universe and finds the Joker of that universe who's trying to become the Joker.
I okay, so I mean this issue was good. It was fine.
Yeah.
Like it's been. My favorite thing about it was the art changes.
Hmm.
Like throughout it, I thought it was really cool. Of course, Jimenez is incredible, but one of my favorite pages was this one.
Yeah, that page was
This
great.
Joker one, yeah. I just thought it was done so stinking well.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you like Batman, this is an issue that people will really like all the different Batmans from all the different times, including the Batman like television show and the Batman movie from like the 60s too, which was like that bit like killed me. Uh
Yeah.
the shark repellent stuff. Um I don't know, it was fun. And I liked how it wrapped up. I thought that was like an interesting idea. I do want to know what comes next.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that like it's on a break now, or who knows.
Yeah, because we're so used to like even at the end of the story arc, there's always like a cliffhanger that leads into the next one, and this one is just like story's done. Like that story arc has been it's over. We're done. We're taking a break now. And I just
Yeah, well, it's like it's weird too because it's Batman, so you're I don't know. It's very strange because even when I took a break from Batman, I was a chosen break from Batman,
hmm
and now I feel like I'm just like, well, it hasn't been like my favorite book, but it feels rude.
it's been fun. And like I mean this I might be one of the only ones here, but I like that failsafe story arc way more than I liked this one. But I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that this story arc they like loved. It was so good, and I was like, I mean, I liked it, but it didn't seem as like fast, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like,
mean that feel safe story arc was good because it was yeah, like I think I said this in one of the other things we had talked when we talked about it. It was just it's just a chase. You know, it's
mhm.
just like a chase for like what six issues.
Yeah,
It's like watching Mad Max Fury Road, but like Batman.
I was gonna say speed.
Yeah.
Either way, yes,
Either
that's
way,
exactly
yeah.
what it
Speed, Mad Max Fury Road, smash them together like the same movie.
is. With John Wick.
uh and Venom? Is that no, and sorry, that's the those are different guys.
Bane.
There we go. We found one.
Yeah, we got it. It's all there.
But yeah, it's the failsafe I did like that this story arc I liked well enough. It has I don't know. I really I know people won't like this, but I just really like that Tom King run and then I haven't felt like a connection to like a Batman story as well as like that one. So it's been kind of sad. And then, you know, we got Batcat, which just
I got rid of those. They don't exist in my world anymore.
did you throw them in the trash? What did you do with them?
No, I gave them to my friend's husband because he is like obsessed with Batman. And so I was like, here, take this.
So you gave him like garbage comics? You're like, here, have like the worst storyline I could possibly give you.
Yeah.
You thought you liked Batman. Joke's on you.
Well, I even told him, I was like, I'm being kind of a dick here, but here, you can have these. I gave him other things too. I gave him Dark Knights of Steel.
I mean, I guess at least you know Catwoman has that like juicy butt in that one.
Yeah. I was like, wait, look at this cover. Look at how good this one is.
You just like cut out the one scene where she's like handed to him, like, sorry, this had to come on a different sheet of
Cut the
paper.
cheeks out so you do this.
Okay, now
All
let's
right.
move on. That was Batman 900.
This is this is our life. This is Poison Ivy. This is issue number 12. Um, you know, Pam is just making her way downtown. She's going to Gotham.
We finally made it work in there. I just want to say this scene that's like out of focus where she's like come into good
Mm-hmm.
bit. That was a good bit. I
There was
liked
one
it.
page in here. Let me see if I can find the art in this book is just so crazy because it's so good. This, I mean, it's just like right away, but this one,
Yeah.
like that whole page is so good.
I like how the anti-vaxxer is like, I don't care if I might explode into like a giant mushroom monster. I don't want to take your vaccine. I stood here and watched you make it.
I know what's in it. Like I know what's happening. I cannot get behind those kind of people.
Uh, I just, yeah, this book's great. I'm excited to see what happens when her and Harley are together in Gotham and like, I don't know.
Yeah, and Harley finds out she's been finger blasting other women.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Could put that a little more gracefully.
Finger banging. Sorry, we had to deal with it. Harley has to now.
I don't think G. Willow Wilson used those words in this book. I don't
There
think
was an
DC
orgy.
I don't think DC would have allowed her. Yeah, there was an orgy. But it was tastefully done in a way that they were tripping balls and you couldn't really tell.
That's our perspective. We don't know what it was like for them. It was a mess. It was
I
all over the
mean,
place. There were spores everywhere. It's
there was probably some finger blasting happening for sure.
a lot of hands.
Okay, don't you have a book to talk about?
Yes, I do. This is the Joker. This is the boy who stopped laughing. This is just, Joker trying to um, make his way downtown.
Downtown to LA though, right?
Yeah, well, he's trying to leave LA technically. He missed his
Oh,
plane.
okay.
He keeps getting like beat up and stuff. So then that was Imposter Joker's story. Real Joker story is Solomon. He was rescued by Solomon Grundy
Yes.
and
Yes.
brought back. Um, he is trying to figure out like how he keeps coming back. He is under the impression that Killer Croc has something to do with it, so he is doing some Joker shit. He kidnaps maintenance workers. A maintenance worker, ties him up, blows him up, and gets Killer Croc to do his bidding.
Like
Um,
blows him up, kills him?
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's pretty brutal. I was not expecting it at all, but there it is. There's the
Oh
maintenance
wow.
worker.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Um, so yeah, there's some stuff there. And Red Hood is technically in police custody because they're convinced that he is the one who like killed the Joker, even though they don't have a body, they don't have proof. Innocent until proven guilty, all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But they still just have it out for him. And our girl, Batgirl, is like, "Let me help you. I have a cute disguise." This is one of my favorite panels of her ever. I don't know how well you can see it, but she's doing the hand thing that I just love so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot going on in this story. Um, and then the backstory is Hawk Girl. Yes, and it's him doing Joker shit. Killing all the bad guys, or I mean, all the good guys. Bad guy killing good guys, blowing their heads up.
As you do.
Joker shit. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Okay. I have Godfell. This is issue number 3. Since I read this 2 weeks ago, I'm most definitely reading the back. Zanzi, the main character, fought the most savage battles of the Grand War, but can she survive the love feast that is the pelvis of God? As she and Neth wade through sex, sloth, and gluttony, they'll discover a secret that threatens to cut short their journey through the corpse god. So they just come across a town inside this god that is full of sin, and then Ness, the secondary character that Zanzi runs into and is like helping along, is like, oh, I'm gonna trust these people. Zanzi's like, don't. don't do that. Don't do that, or at least don't trust their leader. Like just don't do it. And seems right. But I don't know. I really really like this like story. It's like sorry, I keep doing that. I think it's particularly interesting how they are walking through the body of a god and
Hmm.
how people have like made these colonies inside of the god and how they're all kind of like cult like and ideals and stuff like that. I don't know. It's really interesting. I'm glad I got past that like first issue because like that first issue just seemed like so much.
Hmm.
Like
It was
and I
very
don't know
dense.
and I would say I don't know if it was really that dense or like the day I read it, I was like not into it because like all the rest of the issues have not felt that way, even though
I
I
think it was a little bit of both because I can attest to it was very dense. There was a lot of information that they packed into that very first issue, which is what turned me off of it. But I'm glad to know that it is worth reading.
yeah, I think it's worth the read for sure. I think it's us together now.
Nasty.
Nasty, the nasty. So this is issue number 2. It's about Thumper and his friends trying to put on a horror movie show showings.
Yeah, like a little showing and stuff. He finally has the opportunity to make his own scary movie. And so he enlists the help of his crew, his friends and stuff. And they discover, I don't want to spoil it,
Yeah,
but they
but and it,
discover something really cool with his imaginary friend.
that bit was like so good.
Yeah, I wasn't, especially with how the first issue ended, where I was just like, oh, okay, so is this guy like real or is he not real? I like that it was like further explained in here in a way
Hmm.
that made sense. It
Yeah,
was very cool.
it was fun. I'm also glad I kept on this one because I was
Mhm.
thinking about dropping it after that first issue because I just didn't hit me, but that issue I really really liked a lot. So
Yeah, you're out of focus.
mm.
Nothing we can do about it. All right.
I don't I'm back in focus.
Okay, good.
Okay, so then next we have Tales of Nottingham. I
Who's
don't
in
want
this
to
one?
I don't want to talk about this book. Can't do it.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene. Uh, what the fuck did I now? I can't get it out. Her,
Lady Marion.
Larry Mary.
Larry Mary.
So Lady Mary,
Marion, yes.
Marion.
No Mary. Marion.
Lady Marion is talking about the escape of her father from jail and telling the sheriff of Nottingham this story. And that's it.
That's all.
Just just a fun little Nottingham tale. I I am glad I got these. Like I don't mind any of them. I think they're good.
They're fun little reads, yeah.
I think
Um,
this one seems like the one that was like the most connected to the actual like series.
mhm.
I guess you didn't really read it, so.
Well, I was wondering, okay, so number 4. I didn't know how many were going to be in this like
Mm,
series
mhm.
before the next story arc starts.
Okay.
But 4 sounds right because that's like
For some
kind of
reason
how
I
many
thought.
issues there have been in the other
Oh, okay.
story arcs, but I don't know, since these are just tales, I don't know if there's going to be more.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either way.
Maybe I'll look into it.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. I have Banshees. This is issue number 2. This is just about a girl who ends up going to this school where people have been previously murdered and stuff,
Mhm.
and she's starting to see the spirits, the ghosts of the girls that have been murdered. Um, no one really believes her in this issue, so she's doing a lot of research. She meets a couple new people, and I don't know. She runs into the murderer.
Okay.
So, I mean, I like the way that this one ended a lot. Like the lead up to it, however, I felt like took a little too long.
Hmm.
Like it's not necessarily wordy, but it just like there was just so much.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I felt like it was taking me forever to like get to the point
Yeah.
because every person that she talks to is like, no, I'm doing research. Like, there's those girls that were killed. I'm seeing their ghosts. And the other person's like, you're seeing ghosts and you're a psych major. It's every single every person that she met. And so I was like, okay, dude, I get it. Just like get to the point.
Yeah, I just like I did not like that first issue very much, and I was
Hmm.
like, I am not gonna keep going on this.
Well, one of my the parts that I liked the most was like in the first few pages, it was kind of confusing because you get the ghosts, like you get the ghosts talking to each other and like having conversations with each other. Um, Except they don't really look like the ghosts because when you see them, that's what they look like.
Okay, yeah.
So that's how other people see them, obviously, but how they see each other is just like how they died. It's like they're the girls and
Normal.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And the conversation that they have is like really fucking funny, and I it was very entertaining. And then when at the end of the first issue, when the main character like opens the door and she sees them there, that's how it starts here, where they're like trying to talk to her. They're like, "Wait, can you see us?" Like that sort of thing. They're just trying to be like friendly and stuff, and that's what she's seeing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. And then like again, yeah, the ending was very, very interesting. The way that it twisted is because I was expecting like more like from this story. And when it just like ends suddenly, like there's obviously gonna be more issues, but like her story ends.
Hmm.
It was pretty cool. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna have to see how many issues there are of that because I don't know how if I can do it much longer.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it'd probably be one of those ones that's like 3 or 4 at most.
Yeah. Well, it is a scout book, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Okay. So next I have Daredevil. This is issue number 11. Uh Matt's feeling pretty sad. All his friends are either dead or in jail. And so he's like out to go fuck some shit up, and he does.
Are the Avengers still on his ass?
No, that they arrested everybody. They arrested and took in like everyone, and except for like Cole, and for some reason Matt. Maybe Matt got away. I don't remember, but Cole North is free too, and so like him and like Matt have like a whole discussion about like yeah how Matt just like totally just fucked this all up,
Mm-hmm.
and so Matt goes off to try and like make things right and just this issue like the end of this issue was like really insane. I was not prepared for like how just like wild it got.
Mm-hmm.
But
Seems like a pretty crazy story, just in general.
yeah, well it's like I don't know, the man I think just needs to take a chill pill, like
I
just
agree.
like take a moment and pray on it. And by that I mean just like don't use your brain at all, Matt Murdock.
He
Don't
needs to
think.
light some
It's
candles and just
like
meditate
get out of town, leave, yeah, take a bath in like another country
with
with
lavender and
with
bubbles.
nobody else around you, like that
Yeah,
you can ruin their lives. Anyway, yeah, Daredevil. It's gonna come. It's wrapping up soon, and I'll be interested to see how like Chip gets it done.
very good.
All right, you ready? You read?
I've read.
Okay, we got Love Everlasting. This is issue number 7. Joan is just living her happy little marriage with her husband and her kids now.
She's
I,
going a bit crazy, just waiting for that other shoe to drop.
I say, and then she has a complete like mental break,
I like
which
how
me.
it was portrayed in here, like the way that the the pages were done, like when she is like
Mm-hmm.
losing her mind and stuff. I thought
Yeah,
it was done
like
really well. Yeah. Yeah, because it made me feel like I was kind of going crazy too when I was reading it because I was like, what the fuck is going on?
well, it made the beats, especially I think in that particular panel, like the way like the bubble word bubbles are and the way you follow
Mm-hmm.
them, like the beats are very like I don't know, the beats are so good and like the having the too hip to love aspect in there is like really
Mm-hmm.
neat. Yeah, I do like the play with like all of the panels during these parts. It's like really cool.
And the
This book,
colors too. Like, yeah, this story is like surprisingly fun.
and it's just like such a mind fuck because the whole time you're just like, what is happening? Yeah, I think that's what's like so good about it is it's not one of those books where you can like read it and feel like you have a grasp on the
Mm-hmm.
story. It's very much a story where you just like it's like catching air. Like, you just like you can't quite get it.
Mm-hmm. It's and I don't know. I like how she references like all the lives that she has lived that we have read previously. Like
Hmm.
it's all starting to like kind of come together in a way.
Yeah, yeah. And how she was like reading those stories in bed too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I it's obviously something that'll have to end. Like you can't draw it out for too long, but I am enjoying like I've enjoyed it the whole time.
Yeah, no, me too. It's been really fun.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
Yes.
You ready, Freddie? We got another Kyle Starks book, or I got another one. It's I Hate This Place. This is issue number 8. This is a little bit of a time jump.
A little bit, yes.
Stuff has not gone right in the future because of their actions in the past.
Yes.
And the
So they are
people in the
given
oh sorry.
opportunities.
I like how like people in the future are always like, please don't do this thing. And they're like, but what if?
Yeah. I always think that's funny too, because it's like, no, you were told not to do that, so just don't do it.
Like, well, what if we do it again and but it goes differently this time? Or what if we do it slightly different? So yeah, I'm interested to see how like that kind of twist plays into the story too. A little bit of like an emotional moment in there too,
Mm-hmm.
which I really like. I really liked. I don't know, this
There's
book is
I
just so good.
there's so many like of those kind of moments within this story. Like in several issues, there have been like just small moments like that where if you like stop to think about it, it's like, damn, this is like a love story at its heart.
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah,
like,
because they want to protect and love each other.
yeah, it's so good.
Uh,
And then as always, Champ and I were just talking about this before we started recording. There's like an essay at the back, in the back, that's about like time travel in horror movies. It's a pretty good list, although I would like to say, out of all of them, I cannot believe Triangle was put on this list as like recommended movies. That movie is garbage. I don't trust anyone who says they enjoyed that movie. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I just noticed that on there and I was like, no, absolutely not. That is one of those movies where several years ago I watched it and was like, ew, that was like not a good movie. And then just like last year, I put it on because I did not know what it was when I saw the title.
mm-hmm,
I had no
mm-hmm.
idea. And I was watching it and I was like, why does this movie look familiar? And then it got to like the big plot and I was like,
Yeah.
no, my god, this is terrible, I hate this movie. It was so bad I blocked it from my memory and forgot about it.
But then
and
you watched it again. Then
and
you
then
watched it again. It tricked
me
the
being
movie
who I
tricked you.
am, put it on again. Yeah, I can't.
That's so good. I feel like that's a movie I've watched too, but I'm having trouble like drawing it out if I have. Well, maybe
It
it's
takes
best if
place on a
it's
boat.
well, yeah, that makes sense. I'd only assume like it's a take on Bermuda Triangle or something.
That's what you think. I can't even get into all the reasons why that movie is terrible. I don't want to talk about it. I hated it.
Speaking of good, time travel books, your shirt, Gideon Falls,
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful time travel horror book.
Hmm. Yes, very, very
Um,
good. Donnie Darko.
Dark, Donnie Darko, great, not horror, time travel. Butterfly Effect. We
Yes.
actually, once again, it's time to plug our Butterfly Effect versus Donnie Darko video. Someday we'll make another video of subsequent content that will boost, and then
Hmm.
also Dark, another video
Yes.
set of ours that you should watch about one of the best television shows and time travel stories to exist ever.
Hmm. I agree. I agree.
Uh, that for you if you watch Triangle and need to like wash the taste out of your mouth.
It like makes me do that. That's how much I hate it.
Okay, so that's actually it. We don't have anything else.
We're done. On that
Or
note, we're
we
done.
we're actually never bringing the podcast back. This was the last time. I'm just kidding. So anyway, go buy some comic books and support your local comic book shops. Support your local libraries. Take advantage of any and all of their resources. Someday I will look up some and I will tell you all about the Omaha Public Library resources. But today, not that day. Heather, what do you got?
Yeah, so big news in the zoo front today. There was
The zoo?
not our zoo, just the zoo in general. Well, the zoo in Kansas City. Bornean orangutan had a baby, and if you don't know anything about Bornean orangutans, they are critically endangered. So that baby is a huge deal. That's all.
Congratulations. Congratulations to that orangutan mom.
I was so
Uh,
excited. I love orangutans, so when I saw that, I was very, very excited. He's a little boy, and he's so cute.
Orangutans are good little, I mean, they're huge.
Yeah, but they're so gentle. They're so sweet. I love orangutans. Anyway, I just needed to share that with everyone because it's been like on my mind all day, like a baby orangutan.
Big zoo news. um, so yeah, other than that, take care of your friends, take care of one another, and thank you for listening to us, and thanks for dealing with our little bit of a hiatus. We were going so regular there, but finals and food poisoning got us in the end.
Yeah, babies.
Yeah, babies being potentially gestated and born in
Yeah.
the future. So yeah, we'll see you on the flippity flip.
Bye.
Bye.